welcome to Craft Little Things. I'm Andrea. Thanks for joining me today. I've got something a little bit different today. I'm all about saving money where you can. One of the reasons I like to save money in some places is because I love Stampin' Up products. And Stampin' Up products are a little bit pricey. So, but the price reflects the quality. Now, one of the ways I find to sort of offset that price and that spend, the more extravagant spend and the sort of premium niche product, is to save money in other places with the things that I use to craft with. So a lot of people kind of think that Stampin' Up demonstrators are only allowed to use Stampin' Up products. We're not only allowed to use Stampin' Up products at all, we can use whatever we want. We're only allowed to sell Stampin' Up products. We can't act as salespeople for another brand that's in direct competition with Stampin' Up. So I could sell, for instance, I could sell jewellery, I could sell shoes, I could sell candles, but I can't sell paper crafting products that Stampin' Up sells. If it was something Stampin' Up didn't sell, like for instance they don't sell a guillotine, if I want to start selling guillotines, that's fine. Stampin' Up don't sell them. So yeah, so we're not, Stampin' Up aren't ogres. They don't prohibit us from doing, from using other people's things, far from it. And I like to, you see me, I like to show how other brands work with Stampin' Up as well, because I'm assuming, like me, lots of people have lots of different branded products at home and in their stash, and nobody wants you to throw them away, so making use of them is a good thing. Now, so one of the ways I've found I want to talk about today is downloading DSPs for free from the internet. Do be careful. There's lots of places who offer you free downloads, and they're not free when you get there. There's lots of places that offer you free downloads, but you're not allowed to use them, in terms of you can't use them and sell them, make them into products that you then sell at a craft fair, for instance. So they're protected, or you can only use them once or something like that. So do check that kind of policy for downloads. Some are really poor quality once you print them out. But if you look around and shop around, you can get some nice free, you can pay for them for design sets, and you can get them quite cheaply as well, because obviously the person who's producing them isn't having to manufacture them, and that's the biggest part of the expense of the process. So you can get some sets that you pay for, but you can get lots of free ones. I've gone today, just this morning, I've gone and I've downloaded a load of papers from the Create and Craft site. Now I'm a member, so I can access the member area and I can access all these free downloads. Becoming a member is not exactly expensive. It's £10 for a year, or £10 forever, I think. £20, but you get £10 of that back. And then you can access the members area, and they have lots of downloads which are free. And some of them have restricted use, but you know, for your own sort of purposes, they're fine. Now I've just printed these today on my HP inkjet printer, just a cheap little HP printer. I do have an ink plan with HP, so I pay £1.99 a month, and I get, I think it's 50 colour sheets. If I go over that, then I pay for my sheets, but then they send me my ink when I'm running out. That they can monitor my ink usage, and they just send me new cartridges when I'm running out. I get the HP cartridges all the time. I think it's called Ink Smart. And yeah, I get the HP extra big cartridges all the time, so I know I've got really good quality. And I also used the paper I used to print these out on is an HP Colour Choice, which is 100 grams in weight, so it's lighter than Whisper White, which is than Stampin' Up, which most Stampin' Ups is 130 GSM. But this is about the same quality as, you know, like the tea papers, the tea shop papers, about the same quality as that. But it's got a slight sheen on it as well. You get 240 sheets for £4.99, and you get a little bit of a sheen on, I don't know if you can see, but you do. You get a lovely sheen on your paper. So that's all I've used to print these out. Now, there's a few here that I've I quite like the look of, so I thought I'd share them with you just to give you an example of what you can get. This one is called Frosted Florals, which is strange because Stampin' Up's got a set out called Frosted Florals as well, I think, at the minute. And this is really muted sort of floral designs. Now, I don't know if you can see because of the light glaring, because like I said, there is a sheen on the paper. I'm just going to see if I can... No, that's no good, is it? It's pitch dark because the it's not really got light outside yet. But well, I think you can see okay. So that's like a lace overlay on some roses. It's really pretty. And these are obviously, once they're backed onto cardstock, I'd back them onto Whisper White cardstock or whatever, then obviously they get stronger. It's gorgeous lace, which is in a real muted sort of sweet sugar plum colour. Really lovely. I'm going to use that in a project today. It's beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful roses. That's gorgeous. That's like impressionistic, it's a bit Monet type of effect. These gorgeous little white flowers. Absolutely beautiful, but gorgeous for a wedding. And you've got a sheet like that. This is all part of a design set, so you just print it off. I think there's 8 sheets, 8 or 11 sheets. That'll go really nice with mint macaron soft sea foam. Then you've got that beautiful, absolutely gorgeous one, and then you've got this beautiful lacy one. This would probably go nice for pool party. Really pretty. So that's that set, and that's the Frosted Florals set, and that's absolutely free to download. So I'm going to be using these in a project today. So some of these I will be using them over the next sort of few projects, so you will be seeing them in action, and I will be using them with Stampin' Up products, so you'll see how they go with those as well. This next one here is written on the back of them, so I don't forget. This is Hunky Dory Patchwork and Pastels. Now this had, I think it had about 8 different designs, but I just chose these 2. Very tiny little floral print, very delicate floral print, and a very delicate little rose. Absolutely gorgeous. So I'll be using those. And then this one was His and Hers, I think, it was by Tattered Lace. Yeah, Tattered Lace. This was from a set called His and Hers, and I just loved the washed wood effect on both of those. I loved the grey wood there, so I thought I could use those quite nicely in something I've got in mind. And then I'm just going to move this out of the way because I'm going to do this last. And then I've got these cutesy little designs. These, look at those, gorgeous little birds. Will go lovely with Calypso Coral. You can pick up one of the nice blues there. Little ditzy, just lovely backing papers. And that is actually called Ditzy Print. And that's from Creating Crafts free downloads as well. And then this one I just loved. It's very sort of old-fashioned, very sort of traditional roses. Just loved it. I thought it might be nice for a Valentine's project. And that's called Vibrant Florals, but that comes from a set. That was just one of the papers in the set. That's one of the nice things about downloading. Even if, you know, you can look at a whole set, you're not wasting anything because you can print off the exact page or the exact colour you want or design you want, and you can print off as many as you want. So if there's only one design you like in a stack, you can print off 20 pages of it. You don't have to buy the whole pack to get one sheet. So yeah, that saves a bit of wasted paper. And then this Tattered Lace Easter pack I thought was just so cute, and there's even a little print off how to make a card, which I'm going to do actually. And look at these gorgeous cute toppers for cards. It does say to mount everything onto white cardstock first, so I'll be mounting it onto Whisper White. And then there's these little sentiments. the ribbons or the strips like washi tape and the little cutesy animals. And again, you see, if you wanted more of these, you just print off another couple of sheets of these. You don't have to go and buy a whole new stack. And then it's got the backing papers, it's got the polka dot. That would probably go nicely with Crisp Cantaloupe, or I know Crisp Cantaloupe's retired, but it would go nice with Crisp Cantaloupe. Or is it Grapefruit Grove? It's a nice orange one. And then there's a nice stripy paper, and then there's a wiggly stripy paper. So they're really lovely. So I'm going to be making that card, just showing you how it works at some point. But I just thought that would be, you know, it's just another way of building up your stash with some inexpensive bits and bobs that then can be used with your premium products to complement them and to make them go a little bit further and to save you a little bit of money. You know, there's no point in dishing out a fortune. And not only that, but if you just stick to Stampin' Up's offering and don't ever use anything else, you're restricted to those however many paper stacks come out a year, and then, you know, and you can't get them again. Whereas these, you can save these to your computer and you can use them for the next 20 years if you want. Okay, so that's just a little bit of a tip on how to save a bit of money and get some nice, you know, some nice little bits and bobs that you can use to go with whatever other stash you've got. And some of them come with little toppings, little embellishments you can cut out, and yeah, they're really, really lovely. So that's my little top tip for today. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.